What's going on, guys? The Iron Chester here, and welcome back to my new LEGO Marvel Infinity Saga 2026 set review. And today, I'm reviewing the Iron Man Mark III Collector's Edition set. This is set 76334. It ages 18 plus, has 1,297 pieces and one minifigure. I got this set at LEGO Shop at Home last month, and this set costs $130 here in North America and around the world for the lineup. So without further ado, let's take a look at that Mark III minifigure. So here is the Mark III Iron Man minifigure. So this is a really good minifigure for the lineup itself. So we have gotten this figure since in 2021 and also 2022 because of that updated helmet that I'm still not a fan of, because I rather prefer the 2012 style helmets that look 100% better than the new ones. But at least I still love the detailing for the face mask itself, because it does look like the character himself. And we do get the same design for the torso printing, hip printing, leg and toe printing that we've been getting since in 5 years. So at least he could be exclusive to this set, but the reason why I say that is because they gave him side arm printing for both of his arms. That looks really good. They did the same thing with the Mark 43 suit from the new Hulkbuster set, and it looks so much better like this, to be honest. And it would have been awesome if they gave him some side leg printing, just like how they did with the Silver Centurion suit from 10 years ago. But it looks much better like this. I honestly love how LEGO is adding arm printing again for a few new Iron Man suits, which is this one, the Mark 43. And I don't want to give up my hopes too quickly, but hopefully they will make this officially permanent, because I want this to be permanent for the character himself. Hopefully they will do that to some other Iron Man minifigures, especially some repeated ones too, because I want that to happen for every single year. But yeah, I still have the same detailing for the printing for the torso and legs as I already mentioned. And we do get the same design for his back torso printing. So nothing new about that. It is literally the same. And also, we do get a brand new Tony Stark headpiece for this year, since they no longer use the Infinity War headpiece from 2018. So this is a brand new one. So this is him with a smiling expression. And here's the other side with the Edith glasses. And it looks pretty good, but I don't think it doesn't match up with the suit. They could have just kept the one with the projector screen from Infinity War. And they could have just added a little hairpiece for Tony to complete the look with the Edith glasses. Or heck, even the other face print too, because that would have worked perfectly for the minifigure himself. But at least that is it for the character. He looks pretty great, but let's go ahead and take a look at the statue. So here itself is the build, and it looks really incredible. So when I heard rumors about this set since last year, I was like, a Iron Man construction figure again? I mean, come on. We're getting sick and tired of that, but since we have official pictures of this Mamma Jamma, I was wrong about it, and it looks really good for the way it is. But at least the helmet itself, it looks almost perfect, since it looks identical to the Mark IV helmet from the last year's Butt set. So at least I totally did like the detailing for the face itself. I love how they know like the lighting effects for the white eyes, and the chin detailing for the face mask. It looks fine for the way it is, but at least it looks almost perfect, as I mentioned. I love like the detailing for the mouth, and sometimes you can't do it like, let me see if I can do it like this, as like a little surprise expression. But yeah, that's just how the whole thing is built for the head sculpt. And I love the detailing for the left and right shoulder design for the build itself. And I love how they use the ingot pieces in gold for both the left and right arm, which looks pretty nice. And we have the arc reactor itself. It would be awesome if they made it as like a light brick, but instead it's just one printed piece. You do get two printed pieces, actually. The arc reactor itself and the plaque that we will look at after we take a look at this at top to bottom. So we're just going to take a look at the top. So I love the detailing for the waist of the build which looks really nice in my opinion. They just nailed the design for the hip detailing for the build, since I love how it doesn't expose way too many studs, only a few, which is the center part and even on the left or right side. And I love the detailing for the legs. They just nailed the leg detailing for this character. The calf detailing, I love the gold pieces, especially the next one eye pieces right there for the calves, man. That looks really nice. I love like the gold pieces in those legs. It looks nice. And we have the legs itself. We have the left and right leg. They just totally crushed it right here. And we do get the display stand right here. And we have the plaque that I mentioned that says Lego Marvel Iron Man Mark III that is officially printed. And there's a little spot over here that you can display the minifigure on there with these 4 studs. I didn't mean to flash here the light off like that. So yeah, this is what it looks like when you display the minifigure on here. So yeah, I just love how they recreate the design for the stand. It reminds me of that look from Tony's workshop in Malibu. So yeah, I just totally dig everything else for the build. Now let's spin it to the right side so we can see the rest of the detailing for the right side of the helmet. So at least the helmet looks pretty good. And yeah, I'm not a fan how like the mouth or chin part is moved like that. Well, at least it is okay, but still it's almost perfect as I mentioned. But I love that printed piece on the right side of the helmet. We do get that same piece on the left side that we will take a look at later on in the video itself. And we have that different angle look for the right arm that is in that bend up look. So that looks pretty good. I love the detailing for the shoulder, the wrist, everything looks really good. And when you move the right arm out of the way, here we have the rest of the detailing for the right side of the torso. And there is another printed piece. That is another one. As I mentioned, we did get like a couple of them, well, just a few, but still, it looks too dang good. I just really love the detailing for the right side of the leg. And we have the right side of the stand and even the ankle itself for the build. And I didn't mean to flash off that light. I apologize about that. And also, when you look at the inner part for the right arm, we have the printed piece of the repulsor palm right here. And they did use the mech fingers in dark red. That looks pretty nice for what you're getting, but I love the detailing for the inner part for the right arm itself. And we do get the same thing for the left side of the character, and I apologize about that. So we do get that same look for that printed piece for the left side of the helmet. And also we have the different look for the left arm that's in like a straight position that's about to do a repulsor blast look. And when you move the arm again, here's the same detailing for the left side of the torso and even the leg and the left side of the stand. And we have the inner part for the left arm with the repulsor palm, and it looks pretty good. Same printed piece. And here's what the back of the build looks like with the helmets and also the red and gold pieces that look fabulous. And I love the back of the arms. They look really good. We have the back of the legs with the gold ingots and also the back of the legs in the stand itself. It looks very phenomenal. They just totally crushed it for the build of this character. And yeah, I'm just gonna fix that up. But yeah, it looks really good in my opinion. So now let's go ahead and take a look at the articulation for the character. So let's go ahead and take a look at the articulation for the head, arms, and waist. And we all know that the legs themselves don't have any articulation because they're in a still position and they are attached to the stand itself. And right after that, we will take a look at those fin pieces on the back of the character himself. So the head has articulation. As I mentioned, you can move it side to side like this. I'm just going to be really careful with him since I don't want to break him apart. Just like that. So it can move it side to side. It can move up just a bit and it's in that stilled position since it can't go down because that's just how the whole build is for the character himself. And as for the arms, we already saw just a bit of the articulation for it since I was showing you the detailing for the torso for the character for both of the left and right side. You can move the arm up and down and it can go in and out in that ball jointed look. And the fingers have articulation too, since I'm just going to be really careful to move them so you can move the thumb and also the rest of the fingers carefully, since I don't want to break this guy already. And I'm just going to hold him like this because this whole thing is filmed with my iPad. You can move the waist like this if you want to recreate some different repulsor blasting pose to recreate some of them from the first Iron Man movie. And as for the fence, as I mentioned for the back, let me just carefully spin him around. These are the fins right here for the back of the character, so you can move them up like this. It's like a little thrust for the Mark III that he uses. Well, that's when Tony uses them to fly in the air after he was fighting against the 10 rings, and even when he's flying back after the fighter jets were in the air, 2 of them, and we spin him around to the front. Here's what the build looks like when you move those like fin or thrust pieces. I'm just gonna, well, what I meant to say is I'm just gonna call them thrust pieces or just fin pieces, as I said earlier. But still, it looks pretty good and easy to close them back up. I'm just gonna carefully doing them like this while I put the figure in a front position. But yeah, that is how you do it. Is I just want to be really careful not to break him. So yeah, that is just pretty much it for the articulation. You can recreate like the repulsor blast looks, and even the, like, let me see. Yeah, you can make the hand swivel just a bit because how the whole build turns out, and you can move them up like this to recreate a repulsor blasting pose. So I'm just gonna plan on doing that after I'm done filming the whole review of this guy, and that is just pretty much it. So that's just the whole build, a bit of articulation, the minifigure, everything else. So yeah, that is just what you get for this really cool looking set, and I don't have anything else to say about it. So very great statue or figure, whatever you want to call it. So it looks like a figure to me, well, mostly a statue, but that's all that you get. So yeah, that is the entire build for this set. Now let's move on to the final. Overall, this is a pretty cool set for what you're getting. When I first heard rumors about this set, I thought we're getting another construction figure for Iron Man like how we have since in 2022 in that goofier look, but turns out this is better than I expected. Well, even though the helmet itself, it almost looks perfect for the way it is, and I'm not a fan how like they kept like the chin part in a crummy angle where you move the build into a left and right side position. So at least it doesn't look too bad. At least it's not as bad as the one from the last year's Mark IV bust set, but I totally did like the bit of the articulation for the arms, the waist, and even the head itself. And I did say the legs cannot move because they're in a still position and they are attached to the stand. So I really love this idea that Lego's doing for Marvel. It is the same idea how they did with the buildable characters for Lego Star Wars, like for example with K2SO and also 3PO. So I'm glad they did that for Marvel, and hopefully they will continue on doing this for some of the other Iron Man suits, and I hope they will do the same thing with War Machine and Rescue, because I would love to see that happening, especially, well, not especially, well, what I meant to say is I hope they will do the same thing with Iron Patriot too, because that would have been awesome if they did that for Iron Patriot, either in his Mark 1 suit from Iron Man 3 or his Mark 2 suit from Endgame. I love the stand itself. It looks pretty nice for what you're seeing. So it recreates like that little area of Tony's workshop where he is suiting up to fight against the 10 Ring Army. I love the printed plaque that says Lego Marvel Iron Man Mark III. I love some of the pieces on the left and right side of the legs for the build itself, the repulsor palms, and even the arc reactor itself. It would have been awesome if they made the arc reactor a glow-in-the-dark piece, like they could just have like a light a brick into the set. That's what I meant to say. I didn't mean to get all stuck right there with my sentence, but at least it's not so bad after all. The Mark III minifigure looks good. It's the same one that we've been getting since 2021, but with that updated helmet from 2022. But he can't be exclusive to this set because they gave him some arm printing just like how they did with the Mark 43 from the Hulkbuster set. And honestly, it looks so much better with arm printing, and hopefully LEGO will continue on doing that with their Iron Man figures because I want that to be officially permanent. But I don't want to give my hopes up too quickly, but I still want that to happen. I love the new Tony Stark face print as I mentioned, but they could just throw in a hairpiece for him because the second face has the Edith glasses for him. But at least it looks good like the Infinity War helmet. I mean, they could just kept that because of that projector screen face print to complete the look for the helmet. But at least it's not so bad after all. And I still dig the building techniques for the build itself. Everything else looks good. I love how they used the golden Exonite pieces for the front part of the legs. The caps for them look too dang cool in my opinion, and I'm just very impressed by it. This build is incredibly detailed and it looks very awesome for what you're getting. So I don't have anything else to say about this set, but I just thought it looks pretty awesome for the lineup itself. So that is it for now. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're new. Hit that notification bell, the C button. And don't forget to Hulk smash that comment section down below. And tell me in the comments what you guys think about this set for the lineup. I'll see you later.